r/AskMen. Throwaway 167,369 says, how do you actually go to the gym? This is probs the #1 advice I've heard everywhere, and I agree. But from someone who has anxiety, social or otherwise, I don't really know what this means. Where do I start? Which machine do I use? What weight do I start at? What routine should I employ? Can someone please write down the granular steps for someone to go to the gym? Keep it as says. It seems you have the wrong perception of that place. It's not the final of a varsity exam, it's the first day at primary school. Just go and learn. If you're that intimidated, I'd recommend go and just walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes and then go home. Do that a few times to build some confidence and then take it from there. Budget Winnie Suck says, I go the gym 3 to 5 days a week and have been for the last 25 years. I can tell the op with complete confidence that literally no one is paying attention to you. It's not different than walking around the mall to do some shopping or going to the park. The people there aren't concerned with what you're doing, and they don't care about you. Chowder Davoit says, actually great idea. I've been in athletic weights programs since 8th grade. I forget how you need to learn about the gym but yeah, just sign up, they give you a tour and walk the treadmill to get comfy. After that YouTube workouts from Jeff Nipiad or something. Continental Self-Develop says, usually they have a trainer to show you around how all the equipment works and they recommend a workout routine based on your fitness goals. General rule of thumb is the weight you will start with is when you can usually only do 8 to 10 repetitions before taking a break, and you will do about 3 sets of this on average. Markage 279 says, a lot of commercial gyms offer new members a personal trainer session as an introduction/incentive. You could see if your local gym offers a free or discounted session with a trainer. There's no guarantee the personal trainer will be any good, but they'll provide a starting program and advice on how to do each exercise on it to get you going. Once you've been going for a month or 2 and you're comfortable there, you can look into finding a reputable program online for your specific goals. Eater, since you asked for specific steps. 1. Find a commercial gym with a decent range of equipment. 2. Arrange a personal training session there. Most large gyms will have their own trainer or a list of approved trainers working there. 3. They will give you a program, a list of exercises, and how many to do of each, and show you how to do each exercise. 4. Follow that program, gradually adding weight when you reach the target number of sets/reps for each exercise. 5. Don't beat yourself up if you don't quite manage to hit every rep on every exercise. This is normal, and as long as you're still getting better over time, then you're good. 6. Once you feel like you know what you're doing, maybe a month or 2 in, look on fitness subreddits or forums for recommended programs for what you want to achieve. 7. Remember that in the gym no one cares about you. That's not a bad thing, it just means they are usually focused on their own workouts just as you are. As long as you're not doing anything dangerous or disrespectful, you don't need to feel. Tilpsychological 351 says, identify your goals first. Do you want to gain muscle mass? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to improve your cardiovascular capacity? Kyle Sadly says, I drove by a gym once. Kamzorsk says, check out r/beginner fitness, they have a beginner friendly workout plan in their FAQ. Mapla Curry Whiskey says, I got a friend to show me the ropes of lifting. He focused on having correct form and not to ego lift. Then I got into it and learned from YouTube. Baishao says, please get a personal trainer for at least a month so you can figure out what is what and work on your technique. Also, don't rush to start lifting heavy weights. It is possible to become ripped and strong without lifting heavily. For example, if you feel that your current weight on some exercise is easy, Try doing same exercise but slower. You'll be surprised as it gets x2 harder. And main thing, if you want to lose or to gain weight, diet is the key. I don't mean strict dieting, unless it is required by your doctor, but in most cases, to gain you need to eat more calories than you burn, and to lose, burn more than you eat. Surely you also need to watch what are you eating, quality of food, don't forget about vegetables. r/AskMen. Lvakan says, what's the best thing about being a single divorced man in your late 40s? Do you crave relationships? Fragrant Royal 236 says, I'm 40 and single, but never divorced. I do crave relationships. But I've made so many goddamned poor judgment calls, missed so many chances, and been kicked around by the game for so many years, that I'm a bit gun shy. Dating doesn't get any easier as you get older, and breakups never get easier. I only know 3 things for certain. 1. I can do okay on my own. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. I end the month in the black every month, I come and go as I please, and my life and time are my own. But it is lonely waking up every day to an empty place and bed. And it is lonely when you're riding out a winter storm, listening to the wind howl, alone. 2. Being in a shitty relationship is orders of magnitude worse than being on my own. Even regular access to sex only scratches that itch for so long. 3. Being in a good relationship is better than the other 2. But by this age, the vast majority of what's left have some attachment issue or other, making finding a healthy relationship the devil's own job. All the folks with healthy attachment got married and stayed that way. Add in all the baggage we are all carrying from prior experience, whatever sexual or emotional hang-ups people have or have developed, plus whatever health problems people start developing in their 40s, and finding somebody who you're compatible with emotionally, sexually, and lifestyle might as well be winning the lotto. So, yeah. I crave relationships. But I'm also not willing to settle for one, just to say I have one, and if I'm not the caliber of man capable of attracting the caliber of woman I want in my life, then I'll settle for being on my own. Not as good as the best case alternative, but way better than the other alternative. Just a couple more holes says. Men want to be alone, just not by themselves. Daron Helix says. Single but in that age range. I do crave relationships to a certain extent, mainly that I'm way too horny for my own good, but the what happens when I'm alone and something happens to me issue is there too, but being in the wrong relationship is far worse than being single. But the best thing is the silence and solitude, and not having to answer to anyone else's wishes. Mind you, there's advantages to both being single and being coupled. But it seems each side has that grass is greener on the other side mentality. But frankly, the grass is greener where you water it. And I'm happy with the grass I'm standing on right now, until I can see a greener pasture with someone. Louis Litt Esquire says. Divorced at 42, being single in my 40s was amazing. Finally got financially stable, dated/FWBS, bought a house etc. Met my current wife around 48. Wasn't looking for a relationship, but when a unicorn walks by, you grab it. Trush says. The best thing is that you didn't wait until your late 50s. Alex says. Early 40s, and I just got done being single. I did everything that I had missed out on in my marriage. I was a better father, better employee, I went on all kinds of adventures, pursued my hobbies, in general had a blast. Of course you crave relationships, but those are easy to come by. Escabian says. Peace and quiet. Revolution ROI Reap 9000 says. Every sugar baby is going to want to talk to you. Yoamoma says. I think most everyone craves relationships. The difference is you can get to a place where you fulfill all your own needs, so relationships, romantic or otherwise, are just additive. You don't sit around feeling pain about not having them. Therapy is the best BTW. Hippie Chicken 12 says, never been married, but I'm 40 and single. I crave them for sure, but I also know they take work, and that helps keep me in check a bit. Best and worst thing in one sentence, you get to do what you want when you want, but you have nobody to do stuff with. Jive Turkey 1979 says, don't crave, but I just got out of a long marriage and have been in relationships for 22 straight years. Ask me in a year or two. Best thing is the peace and quiet and only being responsible for my own mental health and not answering daily manufacturing crises. Got my dog, my kids half of the time, friends, and family that I wasn't allowed to really have a normal relationship with during the marriage. I'm good as good right now. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.